Youngstown Phantoms postgame interviews are presented by the YMCA.
Brad, your thoughts on the game?
Uh, Probably a typical 3-3. You see the same opponent. I didn't feel like there was a ton of life. I mean, there wasn't all around. They're hard things to get through, and it's about focusing on what you can control. And sometimes that's to me, it's your energy level. And while you might not feel it in your legs, you got to find a way to make the guy beside you better. And for me, that was the big thing for us going into the third period was how do you provide energy without maybe having it. And that's what I asked the guys to do. And ultimately, you give yourselves an opportunity, when you can out energy or out compete a team. I'm not saying today was probably a good game to watch by any means, but the idea is you find a way to get there at the end. Credit Chancer gets a stick on two, at net front. Those are high skill plays. They maybe don't look that all the time. And then we find a way to chip away at the end. They're tied up. I like this, through overtime. We possess pucks, and you think you're on the verge of maybe capturing that game, and ultimately it doesn't happen. It goes to a shootout, and we practice through those things. So the guys that we know are shooting, those are the guys that have excelled in practice, and it just didn't go in the back of the net today.
Brad, next weekend the team will be traveling up to Chicago. It'll be the first time we've seen the Steel in a while. What is the feeling for you going to be this week, getting to go up against them with this kind of newer, revamped roster?
Yeah, I mean they've had some changes there as well. To be fair, I think they're probably in the same boat as us. Each week you try to gradually get better and get a little bit more cohesiveness. They're a tremendous team. They're skilled and they can attack you from all areas. And we've had them 3 times this year, and they've all been good tight games. So my expectation is it's going to be like that. And really, it doesn't matter your opponent. You look how tight it is. If you're looking just at standings, and even if you're not looking at standings, there's every night is a playoff game, and that's why it's a developmental league, and that's why it's so hard to play in. There's no easy ice, and if there is, it's not there for long. So my expectation is going to be a hard fought battle, and we're going to need to be really on our game to have success.
Brad, what was the thought with going with Fowler in the back-to-back action, especially since he did see a little bit of action on Friday as well?
Yeah, I think I didn't really take into account Friday because I thought he was in there for a limited time. I think there was 8 or 9 minutes left when we made that change, so it was based on last night. It was a little bit of a talk with him to see how he was, and Xavi's done that before for us as well. I thought he was really on his game last night, and quick turnaround, yes, but it's no different than playing back-to-back. It's a 4 o'clock start. Last night was a 7, so if you're looking at a morning game the next day, it's probably not going to happen. But young guy, very capable. Both those guys can do it, so there wasn't any thought process other than he played great last night, and let's get him in while he's hot.
All right, thanks, Brad.
Yeah.